Hello and good evening. It is Tuesday, November 1st, 2022. I'm Chris Denman, live in St. Louis, Missouri. And it's time for Tighten Up Tuesday. Here we go. B's dancing, Keys dancing. Grace is coming around the corner. No low energy tonight. It's going to be a tight show. It's going to be a high energy show. Excited to hang out with everybody tonight like we do each and every week on the world's only comedy and DIY show. That's Tighten Up Tuesdays with the great B-Phlat. She's live in Philadelphia. I'm live in St. Louis. Dance at home with us. Have some fun. Cash App B. Let's party. It's time to go, everybody. B, your knees loose. It's going to be a good show. Look who I'm surrounded by. Every week, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Let's have a party tonight. The music's over, but it's just getting started in many ways. B, what's up? Okay, B's still, her string is still pulled. I think B's muted.
How's all my Picassos out there in the world on this great Tuesday?
Oh, Claire, Christopher, Chapman, Irina, Stacy, Missy Shu, Kiana, Thick Vegan Afro. It's going to be a party. Claire, Valerie, Kathy, Candy. It's a party.
That's what's up. We're starting early because, next week is a party with the 60th episode.
I wouldn't have thought you would want to celebrate that.
Why wouldn't I want to celebrate? Are you funny, Chris?
B's like, it's my 2.5 week marathon episode anniversary to the Capricorns. Let's do a party. I love it. That's why everybody tunes in, B.
We always partying over here. Especially, it wouldn't be a party if we didn't have Lauren's music. Shout out to my soror.
Sounds of Noel.
And of course, thank God for Daphne, my right hand woman.
What's that email?
Keeping me totally organized and so helpful, especially with all that I'm trying to do, get done. I still have a funeral service. Memorial celebration coming up on Friday. So I'm getting ready for that. And I just think that after that, I'll kind of be back to normal. But I'm feeling much better than last week. Believe me.
Good. I'm so happy.
I was all over the place last week. I actually watched that episode, Chris. But I let it. I watched it, and then I watched it again because I let the ads play. Look
at you, jumping the revenue up on the Two Funny Mamas channel. Oh,
so,
man.
Shout out to everybody that was watching last week and that was just kind of hung in there with me. It was a rough one, but I appreciate it. I just have to get back. I'm just trying to get back, Chris. So
I think you give back more than anybody I've ever seen in the podcast world and comedy world. So keep it up.
Give back and get back. I'm trying to get back to myself, my old self, my regular self.
I want to let you know, Stacy Jones is watching Houston, Texas. Kiana's in Virginia. That's Woodbridge, Virginia. Denjax. Oh, so you just don't see me, huh, Chris? No, I'm not ignoring anybody. Ms. Michelle's here.
Close.
Cheryl's here. Y'all know where I'm from. Be more. Jamie in the house. Hey, fam bam. Yvette's watching in Jacksonville, Florida. Donna Johnson saying hey from Jersey. Daphne's in the house. Danielle says hey, Tut fam. Hey, B, Chris and crew. Lanita Fuqua. Hello. Ms. Michelle. Alicia. Hi to you. Kimberly. MM. We got a party tonight, so I'm going to try and get a hold of everybody in the comments. We'll give you shout outs. We'll party. I feel like I'm the evil coach in like a youth sports league because I've got my hair slicked back because it's so freaking out of control under this. Do you see this?
Oh, Chris, put that back on because you made
there's everything going. So yeah, I went with the
out there to Key calling Key to the set.
Hair and makeup.
So
what's happening tonight on your show?
A lot is happening tonight on my show, as always. But first, before I get started, because I always got to show love and give a few shout outs. Oh, I'm always getting some lovely things in the mail. And everything, I can't even say what's my favorite.
Poor Dennis.
Always tops the next thing. Exactly. Oh, but I wasn't ready for this.
Is this a jacket?
Ooh.
tell me that didn't come on top of a Harley.
Oh, that's all I need. I want one right in my living room, Chris.
Oh
Ain't
my
this dope?
gosh. Somebody
Kayla.
sent you this?
Yes, Kayla from Texas with a really nice note. Oh, it's so nice.
Kayla from Texas looking out.
Yeah, she said it got a little snug, and she heard my story about living in St. Clair, how I miss my Harley hoodie, and everybody used to talk about me and call me Bird Woman and make fun of me because I like Harley. Now this is so dope. So it's big, but I like it because I can layer it up. So I'm rocking it with Miss Michelle Baker in Clarksville. Her sister gave me the orange purse. Oh, I can't wait to walk through the airport like booyah on. Ow.
Shout out to Yolanda. Yolanda's in St. Louis. We love St. Louis.
Chris, that little rolling escalator thing that be in the airport where you're supposed to walk on one side, stand to the right, move to the left. Oh, I'm going to get on the stand side.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's it look like if you're going down that way?
Oh, like this with my orange purse.
You've already got it planned out. That's a choreographed moment.
Ain't that nice? Thank you, Kayla. That's why I put this orange shirt on tonight. Try to rock it out, see how I'm going to match it up and make it look so super nice. So I really appreciate that. I couldn't believe this came in. It was a big box. But the funny thing is, the line was long when I walked into the post office. So I'm standing in line with my long yellow papers.
I would have thought you got you had like a VIP thing that you held up because you walk in there every day.
Hold up, Chris.
Okay.
I was like fifth in the line. There was some people behind me. So I'm standing in the line. They got the broken window with a sign on it saying, because we have the kind, I don't know what you got at your post office, but they got a bar in it. So you can't just put boxes in there. They got to move the bar, raise it up on their end. It's a plexiglass. So then when they slide it down, then you can raise it and put stuff in there. So that's broken. So it was like a little flimsy piece of plexiglass over it, saying this window broke. That's why. The girl came out. She saw me holding the 2 yellow slips. She was all like, give me them. So I handed
she knew she had a pro on her hands.
I handed it to her under the little broken plexiglass, right? She slid her hand under there. She went and got my 2 boxes, and she came with this big box. I was like, what the hell is that? She walked down to the dude that was actually doing the line. She's like, come down here. And then she put the thing in the box, in the little glass shit, pulled up the thing, put it down, moved the bar. I was like, oh, I am VIP now. I ain't have to stand in line. She's all like, give me them.
They call that the VIP line. I love it.
They tired of seeing me over there every day. Every other day.
They cringe when you walk in. They're like, everybody, they straighten up, sit up straight.
Shout out to Danielle who sent this for Dennis. Can you see that up close? Let me turn it to the side.
Is that a shot glass or a jug?
Shot glass. Oh, right. It's a jug. It's a shot glass jug. Yeah, it says, hey, Dennis, this bikini shot glass is for you. Enjoy. Picasso, Danielle Murray.
Danielle.
So I'm going to need
good looking out.
I need Danielle Murray, Emmy Reyes, and Kayla to hit me up on the frugalflip@gmail email and send me their mailing address. I like to send out my nice thank you cards. So, and it's funny how people take pictures of them and send them to me. I like that. Yes, I need that.
That's very nice. Yeah.
Yes, shout out to them. Of course, I have to reschedule my briefing bake, Chris. And then I was so stressed over it with all the stuff that's going on. I wrote in my prayer journal today, because that's what I was going to stress you out about. And I said to myself, I need to get through this funeral.
Mm-hmm.
So, how I'm trying to keep, people say if you keep your mind occupied, then you won't think about, but I can't keep doing everything. And
right.
trying to just, I said, you know what? We'll talk about it this week and we'll set it up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at. I'm trying to get to a point where I don't feel like I'm overwhelmed with everything because it's so much happening and I'm so responsible to different people for so many projects.
Right.
So I was like, oh, they're going to kill me if I don't do the briefing. I was like, you know what? I have 3 of them to set up. I'm going to look. I just said it.
You got Daphne, you got us, you got a whole team. You got everything. That's
exactly.
the thing. People, I don't think people understand the cost of following through on things that you say you're going to do, Because if you do that all the time, you're busy and it's very hard to catch up. And so many people say they do a lot of stuff, but they follow through with about a tenth of it.
I do a lot of stuff, and I really try to follow through with everything that I'm doing.
You do. You absolutely do.
Not always, but I'm working on. I'm trying to get better. I have so much that I'm going that I'm doing, but everybody know that. That's a whole other story, Chris. But like I said, I just thank everybody.
You're also an open book.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. So I just thank everybody for bearing with me. I will schedule those, briefly. I have not forgotten about my day oneers. And I came to the point where I think I'm just going to do one once a month. Because I have different one. It's funny, I was writing out on the plane different things that I want to see come about and whatever. So with that being said, Chris, can you throw it out there that people can, in the comments, as a poll, if people want to give out ideas for what we can do next week for the party? Because we are having the 60th. And of course, I'm going to show the things and review what we've done in the last 20 episodes.
What's the question?
What can we do to add to the party? Or how, I want people.
Do you have any ideas?
No, I don't. Other than having someone on, I need some. Ain't nobody sent me no shirts yet. I just need to be more active on social media and really, pressing the point that I want people to take the photos and send them to me. Shit, I'm going to have to do a picture of me in all the shirts. Say, don't forget about this one. And don't forget about that one. And put this one on. And so that I can pick somebody, or just some fan or whatever. But I kind of know who I might pick anyway to co-host for next week. Yeah, I have some ideas.
I can just head home.
No, Chris, you'll have to be here. You know that. I don't know why you cutting up. I don't know why you. Look, if you don't want the job, just say so.
Is that job.
Is that why you been wearing black? That's why you keep wearing black on the show every day. You in mourning.
That's right. I haven't worn this on here in a little while. I just want to remind people I do have a uniform.
I didn't know if you was trying to quiet quit on me and shit.
Quiet quit.
You trying to quiet quit? I don't know, Chris. So
we got too many things we're working on together to not be part of this.
Well, let me keep it pushing. Let me keep it pushing because I call myself trying to get done with the shout outs by 9:15, but it don't never happen. Even though I cut down the shout outs.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
All right. Maybe this week we'll only do half the apostles. Okay, got it.
All right. Let me show my quick recap for the GOTV tour, which has come to a close. We ended in Pittsburgh this past weekend. This was in Kalamazoo, and I got to meet Monica LeGrand, and actually it was her birthday, and she came to celebrate with me. So I was so excited about that, and she sent me a really nice thank you on the email saying, "Oh, I can't believe you're sitting next to me, and you're a star." And I was like, "Girl, we all a star. Somebody shine brighter than the others. It don't matter." But she was like, "Well, you were sitting next to me." And I love that
picture.
Up. Ain't that nice?
It is.
Yeah, we had a good time at that show in Kalamazoo. They was They were live in Kalamazoo. Although that whole rental car, that ground transportation situation is so fucked up. Excuse that. But once I got to meet the people and got to the show, I was like, Kalamazoo is now my favorite city in Michigan.
I like
they
that.
are live in Kalamazoo.
What? And then, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yeah, she called me on the floor. And I actually fell.
Did somebody cash app you from the crowd on stage? Were you?
No, I was doing that for Dennis. I always got to show that I still got it. That's for my husband.
I'm sure he knows just what you got.
Oh my gosh. I got to make sure I stay stretched while I'm on the road. So when I come back home, no, I'm just kidding.
No, she's not.
I can't believe she took a picture of that, but she did. And I was down there for like a minute. Cutting up, talking shit. As you can see
at the you.
So they're like, how you do that in them shoes?
Grace just fell out of her chair.
I'm cutting up. We have so much fun on these shows. You'd be amazed at the people that I meet and just how down home that they are. And they just allow us to be us. I be cutting up, Chris. And I just have a good time on these. I'm sorry it's coming to a close, but I'm glad I just had such a wonderful time. It was one of the best things that I've done. And I made history.
Oh my gosh. Some quick comments. Pack 93, my gulp 30th birthday coming up in 5 months. Any wise life advices? We'll think about that. We'll get back to you with some advice.
Learn how to do the splits.
There you go.
That's my advice.
Cheryl and MM are talking about the bench. That was something that we didn't get to last week. We had the poll results, and I can't remember who won, so maybe we'll do it again. But what's a better villain? What's a better villain for B on Tighten Up Tuesday? The stray cats in the neighborhood, the stray cats in the neighborhood, or Miss Myrna's bench?
It's the cats. I just ordered some stuff that came in the mail today. These pellets that you sprinkle in the garden for the cats. Ooh. I got the mothballs out there, the spikes, all kind of stuff. It's the cats.
They're the ultimate. They're the nemesis.
Yeah, I told Dennis that we should do a cartoon about it because then we could really get outrageous and we wouldn't have to worry about PETA. Because right. I ain't gonna tell you how many cups of water we got sitting by the door.
Just ready.
Yeah, because now it's like when we walk outside, they be right there. Like you could step on them. So it's like we got to throw the water on them to get them out. So the other day, the white one was sitting on the porch like this, Chris.
The white one.
The white and black one. So I went over and I was like, get your ass off the porch. And it just got up and then walked over on Tony and Sandra's porch and sat right next to my railing like this. Like, whatever, bitch. I hate that cat.
You're going to have to get a dog.
I hate that cat. It don't even run. It don't run from nobody. It only runs when the people put food out. I ain't getting no dog. That cat might mess a dog up. They street cats.
Street cats. They'll pull out a knife.
Alley cat. Yes, they know how to box, fight, and do karate.
They're the ones that all the dust and smoke balls come up like in what was that, Heathcliff? What was that cat cartoon?
I'm scared to get up close to them because if you do your foot like this and they don't move, they be looking at you like
they've lived some life. Yeah.
So I just want to stay off my porch, but it's the cats. And Miss Myrna bought a bag of food down here from her thing. From her, she works at a pantry. I happened to walk outside and there was a bag of food sitting on the porch.
A bag of food?
I called my cousin a bag of food.
For the cats?
Sun chips, raisins, avocado. No.
For you.
It was on the porch in the brown bag for me. And I was like, what is this? I just happened to walk outside. I called Jan. I said, hey, cuz, thank you for the stuff. Thank you for that. She said, I ain't give you that. Miss Myrna gave you that. And I saw her coming from up the sidewalk. She normally give it to me first. Miss Myrna never set no bag of food from her pantry on my porch. That's why I thought it was from Jan. Because I was like, did you knock on my door? She was like, no. I saw Miss Myrna coming up the sidewalk. She gave it to you. And she normally gives it to you.
Listen to this. Donna's Venom said street cats sell Herbalife and do box braids.
I'm with her because Herbalife is right up the street and they be out here on Saturday in the middle of the street with a tire and the rope, 100 people blocking traffic, and the cats be up there watching them.
We've got a whole thing on it.
Yeah, the cats be up there watching them, getting some moves. So anyway,
GT Davika's in the house. Oh my gosh.
My GOTV photos really quick, Chris. I love this show.
This is incredible. Sorry.
You see that all that? Nah, I forgot the lady's name in the gray. She's a congresswoman. But I get to meet all these wonderful people. And Melanie is the president of the National Civic, let me say it right. It's NCBCP. National Civic something organization on Black participation in terms of voting. But her office is right in D.C. on Connecticut Avenue.
NCBC what?
Those sorors. NCBCP. I think that's right. I should know it by now. You know I'm horrible with acronym shit. I can't even spell frugal flip.
That's the National Coalition on Black Civic Participation. That's an early right. Ask Chris Deasy. Check one for me.
There you go. All right. So anyway, those are my sorors, as you can see. In the next photo, that's the performers, Vanessa Fraction, Michelle Foreman.
You guys look great.
Myself. Thank you. They're great at taking selfies. You know, I'm not good at all that kind of shit. I hate getting all that.
Are those one?
Like, hurry up.
Are those one try photos?
No, because they always be like, no, get me on my good side. Ooh, what my baby hair? I'll be like, Lord have mercy.
The good people at Jack Daniels took us to the Blues hockey game last night, and Key and I went and we tried to get a picture probably 6 times, and I was like, no, not not one of them.
And
So I
first,
feel you.
I had
You what?
Chris. I'm not. I had to get a picture with Montreal. I can't stand taking pictures. My last picture.
You got to stand still.
Oh, but I was like, hell yeah!
You look so mad.
I look like because I was tired of taking pictures.
Right, but look at him. He looks so happy.
Like, oh, Lord. Because it was so funny because they was like, oh, Mark want to take the, and I was like, this is the last picture. I look like this the last picture, and I didn't know it looked like that on my face. Everybody says that everything that how I feel comes out on my face, and it do. I don't give a fuck. I was like, I'm tired, shit. But I was so happy to meet him and take a picture with him and have further talks about further shows that we're actually doing. So anyway, shout out to GOTV Tour. Get out and vote. November 8th is next week. I already sent my mail in back. I got my thing on the phone. It said, we received your ballot. Good.
Look at you.
Now open it up and start counting. That's my name. So shout out to Bill Lee who gave us all those great photos. He's with COH Media. So I just definitely wanted to make sure I shouted him out. He actually works for that organization. So
very nice.
All right. I think I'm done with my shout outs. I didn't get any flash rag photos or t-shirts to show this week. Can you believe it, Chris?
I believe one of your flash rags made it on national TV.
Did you see it on the Sherri show?
Yes.
Did Mark,
it wasn't sent to me.
Chris,
I watch every day.
On the day when we don't have a flash rag, I'm going to let you know in advance so you can run back there in the office right quick and grab one off the press.
They're always being made. Those are made to order, and they're literally, there's flash rags going out every day.
I'm going to tell John to make you a shirt. And
can I be a flash daddy? Flash daddy? What does it say? Flash daddy?
You wrong for that. Yeah, so when I have a gap, I can be like, Chris, you open up your jacket like Superman and be like, bah! As long as you got the S, bring your curl back.
Bring the curl back for it. The curl would go into my mouth at this point. So check your email. Says check your email, B-Phlat, and text messages. I got to check that. So before I go into my card, I have to read my card and then do my PYK. I got to get a couple dances in. Oh, do you? Because people are treating you right. Wait a minute. First of all, Brenda Robbins, this Brenda versus Miguel versus Phyllis. Oh, there's controversy. They're trying to see who cash out me first. Everybody trying to beat Miguel because Miguel been the first since this show started. He been cash apping me first. Normally when the show starts. Then he started in the morning. Oh, now they cash apping me on Saturday. Brenda cash apping me Saturday. Talking about this is for Tuesday to beat Miguel. You guys are gonna make Miguel pull his hair out, right? And then Phyllis cash app earlier talking about this is before Miguel get to it. I'm like, they be killing me. So shout out to them. I gotta give a shout out to wait a minute. The one girl, Evie Soto, she's in the cash app, and I don't even know what this says. It says, her message says, when will it get down lower than 0? So I had to ask her, Evie, what does that mean? The comment says, when will it come down lower than 0? Meaning, like, I guess don't cash have no money? Oh, that'll never stop. I guess as long as this is a podcast, I think it'll always be a thing. Thank you for answering that question. Oh, Lord, have mercy. So with that being said, I got to go ahead and do my dance right quick for Brenda, Miguel, Phyllis, Verna, Mark, and Laura H. Because they all hit me up early. And Karen Bladen early before the shows even started. You dance. I'll read some comments. Alicia's trying to get us to 60,000 subs. Dennis told me to come down here and do the Harriet Pittman. Oh, that ain't the James Tubman. The Harriet Pittman is part of my auntie. You want me to show you the Harriet Pittman? I suppose.
Oh, check out the Harriet Pittman.
Stop it. Okay, I'm gonna make Grace just put you up on the screen. I don't think I should be part of this.
Harriet. Oh, go. Who's this Harriet Pittman?
Devin Henderson says hi. Kiana's dancing. Melly69. Mel says beat Miguel. Candy says my birthday's November 11th. Happy early birthday. Miguel's saying hello to Miss Michelle. Antonia's here. Flash Daddy Chris Deasy. That's right. Spelled with a PH though.
Flash Daddy Chris. Okay. I like that. I'm going to have to tell Dennis that's
Flash Daddy. Yeah. What would a Flash Daddy do? Does that mean he's around so he can kind of, he's like a cabana boy. So a Flash Daddy would come around and bat your forehead for you when you get sweaty, right?
Well, you know what, Chris? You said it 3 times, and that's the magic number. Like if you click like Dorothy, and Lena make you a shirt.
Oh, no.
So, you got an automatic shirt coming. You said it 3 times. Flash Daddy Chris D.
You don't have to make me a shirt. Oh, that's so funny. Ange Holloway, who's more beautiful, Pam Grier or Bernadette? She's the daughter on Good Times. I choose Bernadette. I don't know why that's a question, but I decided to read it. So what do you got?
Oh, yeah. That's hilarious. How about that?
It is.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read Mike's card. Shout out.
Please do. Please do.
This card is titled Sparkle. Be vivacious and witty. Feel alive again. You may be a little rough around the edges, but shine bright like the diamond you are. Express love and excitement and illuminate your life. Sparkle. That's right. A lot of people don't see that in themselves. They don't see the sparkle in themselves. We all got a light. Some
brighter than
burn
others.
down like a burner in the oven, like a little pilot. And some is on fire like the oven when you roasting vegetables.
Don't forget it. Oh, my goodness. To Michael. Hello, beautiful B-Phlat and handsome Chris. Kim's boo. My goal is to get B's flash rag inside the Oval Office. I'll get that pick. That's from MM. I'm not putting anything past MM at this point. Abby Thurlow is laughing. Candy says, happy belated birthday to Ms. Michelle. Yeah, happy belated birthday, Ms. Michelle.
Happy belated. Shout out to Clarksville.
Oh, we've got an answer. Evie Soto says, no, lower than Orlando, not
Oh, that part
0.
didn't come up. It just said, oh, maybe because it was a Cash App message. I don't know how long it can be, and it got cut off. And I was like, I got to ask this one. I don't know what that means. But now that we know. All right, well, is she asking, am I going to come and perform somewhere like in Miami?
Like further south than Orlando.
Further south than Orlando. It's a possibility. I know I'm coming back to Orlando. I'm working on a lot of stuff, Chris. I like to put my stuff out when it's a definite. I don't like to be saying, yeah, I'll be down there in November. I'm trying to get these dates locked in. I have a lot going on. So with that being said, let me go ahead and read my DYK. Shout out to Picasso Sandra Roney who sent this in. Nice. Very interesting information. Yes. Shout out to this African American sister, Ellen F. Elgin. She invented the clothes wringer for the washing machine in 1888. So if we want to throw that picture up, I'm going to read some quick information, and I got it in order.
That's
and
impressive.
we used to have that, Chris. I remember
you did?
using one. Yes, sir. Ellen F. Elgin, born 1849. No, that information was wrong because I looked it up. It's funny because Sandra sent me a picture of your girl. Looked like she had a nice little suit on in the 1967 hairdo. I said, she ain't 121. That's the wrong photo.
Look at you, investigative B.
I had to do a little bit of investigating, but she was actually born in 1836 and she died in 1916. Anyways, little known about her, but they do know she was born in the state of Maryland in February in 1836, somewhere outside of D.C. In 1888, she invented the groundbreaking washing machine wringer as a result of being a housekeeper, and she was doing like back-breaking work, wringing out clothes and things like that. So she came up with this device, which is a special type of clothes wringer, which was attached to a machine and had a wooden roller on it. You crank the clothes through it and it would wring the water out. Here's an interesting thing I definitely wanted to read about her. She was interviewed by a reporter from a magazine back in in the 1890 issue. And the reporter asked her, she said, why she sold the rights to the invention at such a minimal cost. Elgin stated, you know, I'm a black, and if it was known that a Negro woman patented the invention, white ladies would not buy the wringer. I was afraid to be known because of my color, and having it introduced to the market, that was the only reason. Isn't that interesting? But you know, that happened to a lot of black people, a lot of minority inventors. They wouldn't, they would sign under another name, even all the way up into the days of music when they would release like the Temptation album. They would release it with the white people on the front, different people, like, cause they didn't want people to know that,
you know what it makes me, you know what it makes me think of? To this day,
yes.
To this day, you see those stories that pop up all over the place of the home appraisals.
Yeah, ain't that crazy? See,
it's horrible.
That's what I'm talking about. And they be like, if it's a black house, make sure you take all your pictures down. Get your spoons off the wall. Get the beads down.
It's insane.
It's sad, ain't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's, you know what? Who knows when the world will change and get to a better place, and who knows what a better place will be, but we won't live to see it, Chris. So all we can do is try and do what we can while we're here to try and make it better, make a difference. So that's why we have a show, DZ.
There it is.
Look at you.
That's why we tighten it up every Tuesday.
There you have it. And we mix and mesh culture and everything here in this one little show that's been inching along on the 59th episode. Oh, it's inching along like my gray hair in the front. All right, so shout out again to Sandra Roney for sending that information in. I appreciate that. If you remember, Sandra was the one that turn the bookshelf into the bar early in the episodes. It was so nice. So,
Sharnice,
with that being said,
Sharnice and Miss Michelle's grandmas both had working ringers on top. Yeah.
Chris, I was telling Grace before the show, my brother and I used to take a bath in the tin, right? In the little round tin tub, and my mother used to put that thing right on the top. And she washed in that same thing, and we would be over there cranking the thing to wring the clothes out. That's when we lived that's when I lived in Meacham Park before we moved out to St. Clair, and we didn't have any running water. We had an outhouse, and we had a little closet that had like a curtain over it, and my mother put like a bucket in there, and that's what we would use in the middle of the night because wasn't nobody going outside. We really didn't go out there. I know we moved away from there when I was 6.
Wow.
But I totally remember living there. Yeah. Yeah. That was like 1974. Like 73, 74. A lot of people didn't have running water in like rural areas. And it's funny because the area that I grew up in, it was an unincorporated area.
Mm-hmm.
And it still had rural parts.
Yeah, back then.
Back then, yeah. So
I had a great aunt.
That's how old I am.
I had a great aunt without running water, or no, it was electricity. Without electricity, she lived there till she had to go into a facility, and that was the 90s.
Wow.
You know where French Village is? Have you ever heard of French Village?
That's on the south side.
South of St. Louis, yeah, out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we didn't go out there, Chris.
No, that wouldn't. That would not have been.
We didn't go out that way. I'm sorry. No. Not that part of Missouri.
Not at that time.
We didn't go out that way. Sorry. I have a quick
thing. It's not funny.
It's not funny.
Probably still wouldn't, to be honest.
I'm putting that up when we show the frugal flip stuff real quick. I'm showing the last of my flip project that I did on Nelson Street on my first house. Because I have a couple things I want to show. I'm going to pull the stuff over here. So I'm going to move this way. You know how I do, Chris. I love that I put this thing.
That's your favorite part of the show. And why not?
Yes. up. Let everybody see my demo tape. And look,
You're
this
what?
like you can do old school prom pictures.
Will you go just to be on that? Give us like 4
Everybody,
poses.
oh, wait a minute. And remember this one. The original jail pose.
Perfect. Love it.
Okay, so let me do this. It's 9 quick photos, and then I'm gonna jump into 1 quick DIY. Then I'm doing my feature.
Look at you
And
go.
it's all me. It's all me, Chris.
Now,
Came up, it's all me.
You don't really like when you feature yourself.
Yes, I do.
It's probably your
Because it's
favorite,
my
feature.
show. And like Daphne said, whatever you do on it is your show. You control it. And that's the thing I'm learning to be like, you're right. It is my show. I did come up with the concept, but I don't want to be straying away from what the, you know what it is? I still like
Absolutely.
to feature people. But I do love when I feature the stuff that I'm doing. So I feel less stressed. Okay, so look, when I moved into this spot, you see the wall is pink. It's like an ugly pink, like a mauve pink, and the ceiling was pink, and the walls were yellow. So, and that was some table my old boyfriend gave me. So I was like, I got to do something with this. I hate this dining room, so I'm going to make it work. But the funny thing is, while I was making it work, the next photo, you see I got chairs hanging on the wall. I actually spray painted those frames that are on the wall. I did that spray paint. And then I just glued the frames on the wall. It's spray paint and wallpaper. Yes. It's teal wallpaper that I had left over from IKEA. So I glued that on the wall, and like the rest of the stuff I just spray painted with like different shapes, and then I drew a little black. I was like, oh, I don't have money to paint, so I'm just gonna put these frames and glue it.
Hey, whatever works, right?
I glued it right on the wall. Yes, but I had that pink ceiling, and I was like, I was just sick of it. So I decided to do something different. And I did the dining room before I did the kitchen, because that yellow cabinet is still hanging in the kitchen if you see it in the doorway. So the next photo shows how when I was in the ceramic class, I'm always taking ceramic class. I made 2 plates that are up on the wall to match my rug.
Mm-hmm.
I had that rug in my old apartment. That's how I was trying to make that space work while it was that ugly pink color. And nice. The wall leaked in that area. That's right underneath the bathroom. So I really had to just fix it because it was bad. So what I did was tore out the ceiling, fixed the leak, put up a new piece of drywall, and then I started painting and doing what I got to do. Chris, I be knowing how to do some stuff, and I hope these photos are showing. Yeah, because I can't afford to be paying people to do things, and I'd be like, shit, I can do that myself. It's not like I had to take down the whole ceiling. I took out a piece. I was like, I'm gonna fix this leak, and I did. And I put up the drywall, treated it so it could be waterproof, all of that, and because I don't like to do stuff half-assed, so I don't have to do it again. Right. I was like, I ain't gonna have this problem no more. And if I did, I was like, it would be major. It would have to bust, and then like somebody would have to come in and fix it. But it was a leak. It was a drip. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, I can do that myself. Anyway, next photo shows how I just started painting everything white. I actually took the door off and put that sliding little door that leads down to the basement. So I had to prime the walls, and it was actually like textured, like stucco walls. They were the ceiling was rough, and so was one of the walls. I was like, I am not trying to scrape that wall. I'm painting right over it. So I painted all the walls gray, as you can see, like dark gray on the top, light at the bottom. And I kept the one yellow wall. I was like, I can't do everything. So I just left that wall yellow, and I did do the ceiling. But yeah, so if you go to the next photo, I still got that same yellow toolbox. This was my version. And I actually got these pieces from the trash can. Somebody put I don't even know what to call it. The little shelf thing underneath my glass, underneath my mirror.
Underneath your mirror, the shelf thing.
Yeah, that little bookshelf thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just like a bookshelf.
Somebody put that out for trash. And I went out and grabbed it and painted it and put it in the dining room.
I mean, of course you did.
And that was my old desk that was upstairs. And I decided to throw that other shit away, and I brought the desk down and made it a table. Sure did.
That's beautiful.
And those were the chairs that were hanging on the wall. And I put those there, and other chairs are black, and they were in my basement, and I just spray painted them. So, yeah, those chairs were in the basement. I just spray painted them black and hung them on the wall and took like I said, put the blue ones there. So that's how I just updated the dining room for the time that I was living there. And I think the last photo shows that dresser was also in the trash, and I had somebody bring it in. It used to be black, and I just painted it white. And that's where I kept all my like china and linens and like,
No, it's simple. It's simple. It works really well.
Yes, I was like, I ain't got no money to be buying nothing, and I spray painted things. I spray painted those frames up there. They used to be black. I spray painted them white. But that bowl that's up on the wall, up on that shelf, it used to be blue. I spray painted it silver. I love spray paint because you can just do so many different things with it. But yeah, that was my dining room.
Have you ever saw something that you were like, I could do that myself, and then you give up? Have you ever bitten off more than you can chew?
No.
Not surprised?
Nope. I always finish it. Because it has to get done.
Right. You haven't ever had to call anybody in to help you finish it?
I don't start stuff that I know I'm going to need help with.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that. Because I mean, that's why I can look at something and assess it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I don't be doing no, that's like certain things. I don't mess with no gas. And I'm one of the people like, I'll know where like certain pipelines are. And I'm like, oh no, I ain't knocking on that wall because the gas thing.
Right.
Like certain things I just won't do. And that's like when I got to Taina's house, I was like, let me just check, do some things because I've been doing this for so long. And like when I got into my own house, I was able to do more. And that's from living in different apartments and fixing up stuff and just learning things, trial and error. But I'll never do nothing. If I had to call somebody, it was something that they needed to come and do.
Yeah, you figured it out ahead of time.
Yeah, no. Only thing I've had to help is be like, Dennis, this ladder too long. Can you help me carry it? That kind of thing.
Sure. That's fair.
Okay. All right. So let me show this really cute DIY project that Picasso Larklin Watson did. Shout out to West Covina in the house, California. Hey. She found these old cassettes. She was like digging in her dad's shed. She was like, B, what can you do with old cassettes? Voila. Look at that. She glued them on crates. Ain't that dope? And got like old school albums, and she even put like the artist names. Can you see that?
Prince.
She spelled them out.
Says Prince, Tina Marie, Adam Ant, Billy Idol, David Bowie, Rick James, Fishbone, Tom Jones.
That's a great challenge.
Yeah.
It's a little late. So I said, the great challenge was last year.
But
that is so cute. I think that's
great.
A creative idea.
Wonderful job. So hang on. Let's see the others. I think it says Santana.
Okay.
I can't see the other three. Maybe Cardi B.
I don't know, but it's like a collage of photos. I think it's one photo on top and another photo on the bottom.
That's great.
I had to read that email.
No, that's great.
That's kind of cool how she did that. So shout out to people that are being creative with the crates still. I appreciate that. That's good storage. You see how she used it. So I'm going to show this really quick, and then I'm moving in. I only have one thing to show on this. I'm just finishing up on some stuff that I said I'm going to finish up on. So I know I showed these maybe like last week and the week before how I use these syrup containers. Actually, this was like a balsamic olive oil salad dressing container. The container that the glaze comes in for cinnamon rolls, salad dressing. So this actually was the drawer. Is the drawer that actually is in here. Fits inside of it. So I pulled it out so people can see how I use those containers inside of here. And I make sure things fit so they don't move around. And I'm also going to show, this came out of my toolbox. But this was a container that bay leaves came in. And I use it to keep all of my blades and staples and sharp things because it has a lid on it. And it's perfect. So if
Nice.
you get the fresh, like cilantro and things like that, I keep them because they're great. So like when you're digging in your toolbox, you won't are digging around for stuff that's sharp. These things come in handy. And look, like I said, I have all my blades in them for the carpet knives, for the scrapers, and the staple gun. So, and like I said, they're not coming out of here. So this is how I keep them inside the toolbox. So going back to this little organizer here, this used to be the AAA battery container, and I keep all of my sharp, obviously straight pins in here, so I don't be digging around. Like I said, things that are sharp, I make sure I keep stuff with the lids on it, and things that can easily get lost and roll around, like all of these beads that keep falling off Dennis's necklace. I mean, off his bracelets. Am I showing this in the right spot? Can you see all that?
Absolutely.
I keep them there in this little salad dresser thing that some dressing came in this container. So I have like tack. These are the ones. These are grommets and tacks that I keep inside the little syrup containers. When you get the little syrups that come
Perfect.
with your
Yeah.
takeout order.
Yeah.
And see, I make sure that when I'm putting stuff in something, I try to make sure that it fits in the space. So I may move it around because I don't like for stuff to jingle around within the organizer. So that's why I try to figure out what fits. So when I put stuff away, and this little container has my leftover paper. Clothespins in it. I don't like to dig around for stuff. I told you I'll be high, and I don't like to look for stuff. So when I open up drawers, I like to be able to oh, there's that, there's this. So of course I keep these things in the containers that they come in. These are the hooks that I actually use in Tahina's frugal flip in Orlando to hang her wall separator, her curtain wall separator. But believe me, when this gets empty, or if it ever gets empty, I'll use it for something else that's sharp because it still has I actually probably taped it down. I did, so it wouldn't spill out while I'm, traveling and transporting shit. But anyway, it has a lid on it, and I will use it for something else. So anyway, I just wanted to show that really, really, really quick.
We have a question, B.
Yes, I will definitely entertain the question. I got a couple dances to do.
Kimberly,
I'll pop this back up before I jump into my feature. Yes.
Kimberly wants to know, will peel and stick wallpaper stick to textured walls? I'm in a rental and don't want to do something permanent.
No, it will not, because of the textured wall. That it'll be air between the actual paper that you put on there. That's the thing about a smooth wall, because when you put peel and stick on anything, it normally comes with one of those little devices that kind of looks like a window cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a flat little, so that you can get all of the bubbles out and make sure it's flat and pressed up against the surface. So a textured surface is not going to work. It's not going to stick at all. You're not even going to be able to put it up. So that answers that question. Any other questions before I move on to my feature?
Some comments. Jamie's heading out to get some grading done. Shout out to Jamie. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Kanisha is in the comments, staying busy. Quincy's in the house. The mayor's here, having a good time. Remembers those cassette brands from earlier. Cheryl says, you're right, B. I do everything except gas and electrical stuff from earlier. Absolutely.
Okay.
And then, Kimberly says, thank you, B. That's what I thought you would say. So there you go. Look at B solving the world's problems.
I'm trying to do one problem at a time. And shout out to Misty Moody, who donated last week to Daphne's Frugal Flip. Remember, we are raising money. Let's not lose sight. Right now, we're at $422.50. And our goal is $2,500 right now. So we need $2,077 to go. We're getting there slowly but surely, but that's all right, Chris, because we're very grateful. Believe me, every little bit helps. People know that. Every little bit helps. And I appreciate everybody that keeps contributing to Daphne's Flip. So before I jump into my feature really quick, which is the Barbados stuff that I'm working on, I'm going to do a recap and let everybody know where I started for anyone that's jumping in on this show. um, I started working on this project for my cousin in November 2019. So I'm actually planning from beginning to end everything when it comes to this triple celebration. So when we initially started out, she was like telling me what it was about. I came up with the logo, so I'll let people see the logo really quick. It is a 25th anniversary, a 50th birthday celebration, and a military retirement party. So I put the boots on there, the diamond rings, and the little 5 candles represents,
Nice.
they're both turning 50. So it stands like, what the fuck? So what the fuck means, and in Barbados, there's like, you can't display that on the board in the lobby area, but in your private areas where we're having our stuff. I was like, fine. We had to get clearances for this.
Are you
So
serious?
yes, sir. So the next I thought, actually, can you show the one that's the invitation front? We'll go skip to the next one. It shows the theme. Because I had to design the invitation. This is the theme. That's what the fuck stands for. We thrive forever. Wit tapped out finally, and we turned 50. So those are the retirement parties, their retire celebration, and the boat. We're having a boat ride on a catamaran for
Look
5
at
hours.
you.
Nice. Yeah, so I had to put all this together. So the first thing that went out were invitations, and a candle was sent out. So I designed the candles. She sent all these candles here. It's like 60 candles that went to each couple. So I think the next photo shows, those are the candles that came from the White Barn. What is that, White House? Whatever, that candle company.
It says White Barn, I think.
White Barn, yeah. She sent them. I designed the little label and each individual little, decoration.
Look how thoughtful you are.
It was a lot of work. This
I
is a
don't doubt
project.
that for a minute.
Yes. You see me cutting up all my stuff and making the little flowers, and everything has to go on the candle and on the box. So the next photo shows all the flowers that I made. And it was like 60 of them. And different ones had to go on certain boxes.
It's incredible.
And then the next photo shows me putting them on the boxes. You see them all stacked up. And that box had to go inside of the box to get mailed out. And I even decorated the box that got mailed out.
Of course you did.
You know I did, Chris. So then the next photo shows actually when you open it, that's what like when you open your box, that's what the box looks like. It had, the person's name on there. And
so thoughtful. Yeah.
And the invitation was on the inside. When you open it, you see it on the lid. It was dope. A lot of work. So I'm still working on it because now in 4 weeks, we'll actually be there.
Right.
It's really
It'll be here before you
now.
know it. It's so close.
It'll be here. And that, I don't know, we're going to figure out how I'm going to do an episode live from, it's funny, I land on the day that I have to do Tighten Up Tuesday. And we spoke about this. So I'll figure it out.
Somebody called in from a beach once.
Well, whatever we do, Chris, don't be doing no episode and make it look like I died. Be showing the first episode and the montage. People was all like, "Is you dead?" He did something like David Arnold. What happened?
All I did was replay the first episode. It was an easy.
Is you dead? I was like, Lord have mercy.
What would they have done if you would have responded back yes?
So, next photo shows the menu. So I'm designing our own menus and bringing them with us to put on the plate because their menu design was a mess and it didn't go with our theme. And I was like, we don't want that. So I did the menu. I want everything to be consistent. So we have to do our own. So actually these are getting printed and ordered like this weekend. And the next thing is the brochure. So I designed, that's the front, like the outside. And I'm actually going to show it when I pop my table up. But, I designed the brochure, which shows our events and stuff so that people know what they're getting and what we're doing and everything is detailed. And I think the next photo, the next photo kind of shows the inside of the brochure. So what we're doing on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all day, Saturday. I'm still working on it. It's not done. So, it's in the works.
Miss 007 says very nice. Abby's
Thank
laughing.
you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Kanisha's, yeah. All kinds. Joanne's laughing. Everybody's having a good time. There's
And
all
see,
kinds
the
of.
reason why I'm showing these things, because a lot of times people have programs that they can do at home and there are templates for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those that design everything off the gift because I know how I want stuff to look. But if you're looking to do something like this, because a lot of people use places like Vistaprint and stuff like that, you can use those places. But if you can print stuff at home, you can save some costs. So I'm going to show you the stuff that I'm printing right here at home, and that's next. The table tents. So I'm designing, obviously I got everybody's name printed for the table tent cards.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on one sheet of cardstock. So the next photo shows me cutting them on my cutting board. And if you're crafty like me, then everybody, you probably have a cutting board. So I've had this for like 20 years and the blade still works. Super sharp. So this is what they look like when I get done cutting them, folding them and all that other stuff. So that's the front and that's the back. The next photo, that's them all laid out. After I printed them all, I have to cut them in half and then cut them, But see,
You're mad genius.
I've been eyeing this and doing this kind of stuff for the ages, so I don't have to, I can just cut. I don't have to measure stuff. So that's why I can't have people help me when I do this. People be like, how you could? I'll be like, don't worry about it. So I just do it myself.
Of course you do.
Yes. So these are the 2 welcome boards we're going to hold up when people show up at the, for ground tent, like once they walk out of the airport.
Let me guess. You're going to hold up the signs too.
I'm holding the sign and my cousin Alfie holding the other sign.
We need to get you some help. You need a team.
We get in early. We got a team. They coming in early. But we want people to see a familiar face. So when they step off and come out the airport and come through custom, we're going to be right there with our boards and be like, get on this van. So, all right. So those are the things that I'm working on now. I have a lot more to finish up. So I think that's the last photo. So I'm going to show people really quick. Chris, I'm moving right along. Look at it. It's 10 o'clock.
It's a tight show.
I'm hot with it. Oh. I got to do some dancing. For Jamie, Lynn, Antonia, Cheryl, Shelly, Kathy Lafer. Oh, it's a whole bunch of people. Tanisha. Candace. Oh, there's a lot of love in the house. I'm gonna break that up. Chris. Wait till the music come on.
We'll get some music on for you. We've got that. Don't you worry.
So let me just show people a few things. I'm gonna throw them up here really, really quick because we're being frugal. That's the other thing. We're at a 5-star hotel, all inclusive at Sandals. And we still being frugal because the stuff they was trying to charge us for, that's why I'm here doing it in the basement.
Oh, can you imagine being in a...
I was like, ain't nobody paying no $150 for a wrist corsage.
Imagine you're the assistant hospitality manager at this place and you hand B-Phlat the pricing sheet.
Chris, they couldn't have me working there because when them... the white people got more money than us. Them white people be calling me. I'll be like, girl, if you send me the money, I'll make you a wrist side.
You'd be working on the side.
I'm going to say I'll be working on the side. I will get fired. So, yes, I'm making these. They're not done. But what I did was put a blue cali. And see, this is a wire in here. So I have the ribbon coming. I'm going to wrap these. I got a little ribbon design. And then I'm going to wrap this around the wrist.
Nice.
You see that?
Yeah.
So this is something that I'm working on. It is so not done. That is why I love this roll of the little round dots, double-sided sticky things, because all of this stuff is mobile and I can move it around until I figure out exactly where I want my placement before I start doing it with the glue gun. So yes, I'm making so this is going to be on the wrist like this. See that? And then it's going to wrap right around. I was like, ain't nobody paying no $150. They got me effed up.
Okay. Now, we've got the music when you want to dance. Let us know.
I got you. Thank you. So if you're working on stuff like that, you got to definitely have some good wire cutters. And I found that I needed to get my heavy duty ones out. Because when the blue calla lily came in the mail, I was like, damn, they have a really thick wire in the inside of them, which is great because, like I said, it'll be stable.
Yeah, you do more with it.
So I just have to make 3 of these, and one, a little more intricate for the bride. But yeah, these little bitty wire cutters weren't working. So I'm glad that I have different sizes.
Yeah, you can switch it up.
And then these are the rest. As you can see, I've already cut these in half. This is all of the table tent cards. And when they're done, they look like that. If people can see them, I love
Look
that.
at you.
So the thing is, if you're doing this on cardstock, make sure you have a nice straight edge. And I just use my little perm stick from the relaxer box. And I just put it right on the table like this. Actually, I'm going to turn this way a little more and tilt it down. I want to make sure people can see. Yeah.
Angela says that will be nice.
Yeah, and then I just take the stick and do like that and run it across the edge. So you can have a nice, sharp pal. So this will be right on the plates with the menu. They were trying to charge us an arm and a leg for this. I was like, girl, please, I'm printing that right at the crib. So when they come, this is what they'll see. Now you see I put the little flower on there.
That's impressive.
Isn't that cute? So we'll be
It's
holding
very nice.
these up. So I made 2 of these. I'm working on the welcome board, the chair designs. Because I'm doing 4 of the chair designs for the groom's parents, the mom and that kind of thing. And then for actual bride and groom. And then I also show you what they was trying to charge us for the numbers. I got these on Amazon. And they came in a pack, and they're wood, but I'm going to spray paint them black. And this is what's going to be on our table. These cost $6. I was like, they crazy. Ain't nobody paying all that. Them numbers is ugly. They was like, I shouldn't be talking about their stuff. But this is why we got our own stuff, because I wanted it to be elegant and nice. So we're using these as our table numbers. And I'm going to spray paint them black. So I will be documenting this process. And last but not least, Jan's coming down to help me. Thank God for my cousin, because she got a lot of work to do. First of all, Chris, we setting it off because we got a family stroll. I sent out the video. So everybody got to learn the family stroll. Because when we blow the whistle, whoever blow the whistle, that means we got to do it whenever we make it a grand
I remember this. I remember this from another trip you did. I was very confused. Someone in my family sent me a message, said, here's a stroll that you have to be ready to be choreographed. I'd say, get bent. You guys.
Are you crazy? Everybody been practicing.
I love it. That's so great.
Yes. So on because we got birthdays, so we're going to hit them with the shine a light on them. See the light? Everybody get a whistle and a light, and it'll be in their swag bag.
How do you
with
say
a whole
it?
bunch of other stuff, including a flash rag.
Of course.
But this is the brochure that will be in there. And it'll have a little black tag on it. And look, I put the drink bags in here already because I wanted to measure them to make sure. But everybody get 2 drink bags apiece with the straw.
The bags?
Damn right, because we drink everywhere.
This is a $30,000 gig. Like, you can't people can't just come up with this. No, B, you're one of a kind.
It's a lot of stuff that go in this little bag. So when people check in, it'll have their little tag and their name on it, and it'll let them know what their table number is. And it'll have this brochure in there. This is actually, I printed this out for me so that I know how I want it laid out, but they're getting ordered. But yeah, this brochure will be right in there. They ain't got to ask me nothing because I'm trying to kick it like everybody else. So pick up your bag and go. I am so happy to be running the trip. That's why I'm running it from here.
Listen,
and I'm done with it. I'm going to kick it. You know how I'm going to be kicking it? If they put the music on, I'm going to go on and show how I'm going to be kicking it.
You do.
And Chris, this is, like I said, this for Cheryl, Sherri, Kelly, Candace, Denisha. I ain't got my glasses on. That's why I'm messing up names. Oh.
Thank God for the glasses.
Kathy Layford, Antonia, and Jamie. I got everybody else on my back end. Oh.
Look at this. That's for all of you. I'm going to read some comments.
They ain't going to be ready for me. They ain't going to be ready for me in Barbados.
No one will be ready for you.
I might tell them to play. I'm like, can y'all play the Chris D?
That's what you're going to ask him. Pat S. says, after paying an event planner for my 40th birthday party, I didn't like it. I started doing things myself like B-Phlat. That would change your opinion. If you feel like you got shorted or didn't get enough for your service, that absolutely not good. HR says, oh, this is about to be blackety black lit.
We going to be like this. Shine a light on. Shine a light on.
And anywhere you're at, you all have to do it if you call it out.
Yes.
That's fun.
Like we did in Bermuda, we was in the middle of the street. Somebody blew the whistle.
I
We
remember
like,
that.
oh,
Everybody.
break it down. The video been out.
F.
I
Smith
showed the
Welch says
front
that's
view.
so clever. Yeah.
I showed the front view and the back view. So all the women learn it and they know what to do. And we be killing it. Everybody be looking at us everywhere we go and taking pictures and stuff. We make sure everywhere we go, any island, they know we was there. So when we come back, believe me, Chris, I told you when me and Dennis went to Mexico and I went up into that little spot, the man was like, oh, I know you lost your hair. I said, Dennis, I know
Everywhere
where to
you go.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he recognized my hair. I took Dennis straight to the spot to get the smoke. And they remember me from being there the year before when we were in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Yeah, they was like, oh, we remember the hair. I was like, you know, I need something to go with that grinder. I was like, I came in to buy a grinder.
Oh my gosh. Jackie says, enjoy Barbados. You should already be a millionaire. I agree. Janice is in the house. MM's dancing. Irene is saying, go B. Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you, Irene. Thank you, Mark.
Alicia looking out for the show per usual. Saw some spelling errors. Check out, it says, because check the spelling because military spelled wrong on the one that was shown on screen.
Oh, I haven't. You know what? I haven't done any of that. Yeah, I said I'm still working on a lot of stuff.
Should you? Okay, since that's out there, should you have a period after the F in the WTF?
You know what, Chris? I haven't looked into any of it because I'm still writing the stuff that needs to go in the brochure.
I'm gonna back up.
And, believe me, before I even send it out, I always let other people proof it because I get tired of looking at that stuff.
Yeah. And
then I send it to print, but it's not even done. It's
not
done. I will be working on it this weekend so I can finish up and order it. So anyway, that was that. Let me go on and jump down to my, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do my Ask Chris Deasy, and then I'm going to do my work.
Okay.
I just did the Ask today.
Let's do it. Ask away. Get him in the live chat. What do we have, B?
Wait, hold up. I'm going to go and do this for Lynn, to Michael, Eric, Brenda, all my Picassos that show love for Daphne. You know, like, hit them with the mark.
Daphne says she'll proof everything. Great. Look at Daphne looking out for you.
Oh, yeah, I'm at the Then started looking at
it. You're running by him, running to the mailbox every day. He's tired of a lot of things. If you got extra questions, let me know. Get him in the live chat. B's got her special question.
Oh, Chris, this is how you hit with the auntie.
Go ahead. I know that one. I know that one.
I don't know about the auntie.
Aunties with the flash daddies.
I'm gonna have to hit him with the auntie and because my young nephew is going. Him and his fiance, so I'm gonna have to embarrass him.
Of course, that's a must.
Yes. So, you ready for your Ask Chris Deasy?
I'm ready for this table to stop bouncing around. I apologize if you guys can hear that. We need to get a fix on that. So sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let me look at it.
No, it's not a DIY.
Let me look at it. So, look, here's the question. Do you pull all the toilet paper off the core or do you leave that last one little sticky sheet on it?
If you're down that far, leave the sticky sheet. Yeah, I think so. I feel like you probably use every last little bit. Or you bunch it up.
Are you about
if it's down that far, you need to toss it and get something. You're playing with fire. You're playing with fire if you're down that low anyway.
I'm not saying that you have to use it. Now that's my irks and works. That's why I'm doing it backwards. Because on the paper it says.
That's your irks and works.
Yeah, it says. On the irks and works it says, "See the Ask Chris Deasy." Okay. Oh, Chris, you know
that was
why?
irks and works.
No, you know why? It doesn't irk me. It irks the recycling people. Do you know they don't pick up a couple times our recycling because the toilet paper square was left on the core.
Oh my
And they don't
gosh.
consider toilet paper. If you got toilet paper in your recycling, they're not going to pick it up. So I was like, Dennis, you got to pull that last square off before you toss it in the recycling. He's going, what I'm going to do with it? I'm like, use it like I do. I just fold it right in so the sticky glue part don't get on my hairs. And then you can use it. He said, I ain't using that sticky glue. I ain't using that. I said, well, at least pull it off and throw it away so we don't get a fine in the recycling. So I go through the recycling and be pulling off all
Of course you do.
toilet paper.
Oh my gosh. Good looking out.
Sometimes it be 3 squares. I'd be like, 3 squares? I could have blew my nose with this.
If you hooked up something to harness all the energy that B creates throughout the day, you could light half of Philadelphia. Oh my gosh. You're incredible.
Well, I want our recycling to get picked up. And I don't want to get a fine again.
Oh, they do fines. They barely even pay. It turns out, you know what's been happening here?
Yes.
You know what's been happening here?
What?
All these people go to all this hard work to separate their recycling, and for the last year, they didn't say anything about it. They've just been throwing the recycling in regular trash because of cuts in the.
Oh,
and that's if your trash gets picked up. Welcome to St. Louis, everybody.
You know, it's something everywhere. It's just something going on everywhere. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I'm not shocked. Chris.
How about Ask Chris Deasy? Fire it up. What's the Ask Chris Deasy?
Wait a minute. This is my how they hold them down story. It was my own experience in Kalamazoo. I had to hold it down.
What'd you do?
Well, when we landed, we couldn't get a ride. Period. No Uber, no rental car, no cabs, no hotel shuttles. We was in the airport 40 minutes. Me, Vanessa, and Bill, the photographer, trying to call around. The people at the Hertz counter, they were giving us people to call. They was like, oh, try to call them. A couple people was like, oh, we're in Grand Rapids. It's going to take 45 minutes. Vanessa ordered somebody that was going to be 45 minutes away. She talking about, girl, just be patient. I said, you think I'm sitting in this spot another 40 minutes waiting to go 15 minutes? You out your damn mind. I said, you better cancel whoever you called because I'm not waiting on them to come from wherever the hell they was at. I called the hotel and I said, excuse me, do you have anyone that can call us a cab from the hotel and send it to the airport? The lady was like, no, but let you speak to the bellman. So she put the bellman on. I said, excuse me, what's your name? So he was like, my name is Dave. I said, Dave, can you call us a cab? I said, because we can't, no Ubers aren't, none of that. He's like, I can call my Aunt Ruby. I said, well, call your Aunt Ruby. He talking about, she lived 5 minutes from the airport. Wait a minute, Chris. He said, she lived 5 minutes from the airport. I said, well, call your Aunt Ruby and send me a picture of your Aunt Ruby. And he sent the picture. She was in a black Cadillac, right? Aunt Ruby was there in 5 minutes. She rolled up in the Cadillac SUV, picked up me, Michelle, and Bill. So I leaned in the car. I said, hey, Aunt Ruby, how you? She talking about, I'm supposed to pick up 4 people. I said, no, ma'am, it's only 3 of us. She talking about, no, it's another. That white man that had been standing there next to us the whole time, going to the same hotel. He did the same thing, and Dave said, my Aunt Ruby coming to. He rode in the van with us. I was sitting in the middle. Bill was in the front. I said, right in the middle. I ain't know that white man. Look, Chris, we was like this. We got to the hotel in 10 minutes. I opened up my gum. I said, sir, you want a piece of gum? He was like, well, thank you. I gave him some gum. Gave Vanessa some gum. We was in the back kicking it.
Can you see B? She looks up and she goes, you know, I do a podcast with a white guy.
And when we got out, he gave her money. Vanessa paid. We gave her enough.
Aunt Ruby.
I said, how much? Yeah, she said.
You got to give her enough. She got to give the kickback to the nephew.
Shout out to Aunt Ruby in Kalamazoo, who came to get us in 5 minutes. And I gave Dave free tickets. Well, I got him on the list. It was free to get in the show anyway. I was like, when you get off, you can come to the show, you and your girl. I said again, thank you.
Did they come out?
I don't know. I didn't get to see.
I hope they did.
They may have. But it was so many people, and that was a live show. It was live. It was wild up there. We had
Oh,
a good
that's
time. But yeah,
hilarious.
so that was how I held it down. I said, I'm calling her. I was
That's
like, send
incredible.
Aunt Ruby. That's the person I am. I'm a good judge. He's like, my Aunt Ruby.
Aunt Ruby
Anybody named
came
Aunt Ruby
through.
is a good person. He's like, my Aunt Ruby can come get you. She live 5 minutes from the airport. I said, send Aunt Ruby.
Aunt Ruby and the red. That's like out of a movie. And you're
But
like,
she
there's only
knew
3
what
of us.
she
There's only
said.
3 of us. And then
Yeah.
something
When she
moves and you
said
look and
that,
it's a guy going.
and the man was right there the whole time, and he was standing there waiting on Aunt Ruby. He got right in. I
What was
was
his
in the
name?
middle. I don't know. We ain't asked that man all that. Shit. He was on his phone doing stuff. But I asked him, did he want a piece of gum? And he was like, sure, thank you. But yeah, we weren't talking to him and shit like that. We wasn't worried about him. Bill was in the front, and he had to scoot back. Vanessa was sitting in the back. Her knees was like this. The Bill's 6'9". Bill got in the front. We wasn't worried. He big.
That's funny. Yeah.
But I know when he's like, I got to move the seat back. He moved the seat all the way back. Vanessa was like this. We was like, oh, we only got to go this far. So
Tanya says, next time, call me. I'm about an hour and a half from Kalamazoo.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. If we wasn't waiting 45 minutes, I sure ain't waiting no hour. I would have walked to the hotel, but it was too cold. It was cold.
Oh
I was like, I am not playing around in Kalamazoo. But once we
say
got
something?
there, I was like, oh, I love it.
You held
It's
it
my
down,
favorite
B.
spot.
Aunt
That's
Ruby held
right.
it down too.
And as soon as I got in the hotel, I did a video of me clipping my hair and cutting my hair. I was like, I ain't got time to be playing around. They talking about we going to eat. I was like, go ahead on. I got to cut my hair. So I got to post my video tomorrow. I was right in there. I brought my clippers and everything. You know I don't play around, Chris. So
You don't. And Kathy says, thank you to Aunt Ruby. We all do. Shout out to Aunt Ruby and her nephew.
And her nephew Dave at I forgot what hotel it was. We stayed so many different hotels, different cities. They've mostly been like Radissons and Westons and W's. No La
Quintas?
No La Quintas. Thank you,
Good for
Jesus.
you. Thank God.
All nice, really nice rooms. Really, I can't even complain. It's been really nice. They've been so gracious to us, believe me. Well, Chris, I just got to show my one flyer because I ain't doing shit between now. Well, these 2 shows in Bowie at their Performing Arts Center because I got to get ready for Barbados. I'm gonna be working my ass off with that, yeah. So this is where I am in November. I'm so happy to go down there. I'm staying at the nice hotel also.
That's a serious lineup.
Yes, and Rodney Perry. It's gonna be a night. And I love Joe Clary. He's so funny. Everybody on that show is super funny, including myself. But yes, it's going to be nice. We got 2 shows, November 19th. I can't wait.
B, did you see this?
What?
Did
I see what?
It's in Maryland. Are you ready for this? You ready for the ultimate holy cow? So I'm going to read this for you. Live music by Sound of the City featuring Presses Jobert. Tickets $30 for balcony, $40 for main floor. Ready for this? Ready? Great food provided by Ruby's Southern Comfort Kitchen.
Oh, that is so funny. I can't even see it. You know it's all blurry on my screen. Even with my glasses on this. Ruby's Southern. All right, so it's got to be a blessing.
It's coming up, Ruby.
Yes.
That'll be a great show.
That's what's up.
Did you have an Ask Chris Deasy or are we good?
I asked you to Chris Deasy. It was about the toilet paper roll.
I thought that was your Irksome Works.
No, I said, Chris, I'm going to ask you. Do you pull the toilet paper off? You want me to read it again?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. I said, and then after that, I said, that was my Irksome Works. Also, because I put it down there, see the Ask Chris Deasy. Like after I asked,
B's got me lined out. I don't know if we have the flyer, but I'm going to take this time to tell you, if you're in St. Louis, come to Central Stage this Thursday, 3524 Washington. Larry Green headlines. Our friend Precious J is on the show. Will O'Donnell. If you check out our Midcoast Media Instagram, we got a few clips of Larry and Will up, and then Ray Rowie's going to open. But it's going to be fun. I usually host those. We're doing them every Thursday from now on. We're going to bring some bigger names in the near future as well. Talking to somebody named Yamanika, if you've ever heard of her. Might bring her in next month, but B's going to be in before too long. But this is a weekly series. Mid-Coast Media. It's a Mid-Coast
I'm not
comedy
trying to
series.
come
It's
in
a
the cold.
beautiful room. Beautiful room. It's
I
cheap
ain't trying to
tickets.
go nowhere in the cold, Chris.
Well, if you're
You
stuck in
already
St.
know.
Louis, you need something to do on Thursday nights. That's your new spot.
I'm just saying, me. I'll be trying to come to St. Louis in like March, April, May, June, July.
What if we did something on April Fool's Day? Would that be too on the nose, or would that be fun?
That's too close to my birthday.
Oh God.
So I'd rather do it on my birthday.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right. At least you're honest. Listen, you do so much for other people. That's why I put up with your narcissism. It's okay. It's
Thank
healthy.
you.
It's healthy. You deserve it because you're talented.
I love me. I have to say, I love me first and foremost. So, as
Beautiful.
you should.
That's right.
Thank you.
Well, we all love you, so you should love yourself.
Exactly. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Guess what I'm about to do?
Dance.
Show love. Oh, you know it. This is for everybody who has been so gracious in terms of pulling everything together for Daphne's Flip. Go on and do it. Oh, 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 oh.
In the meantime, if you've never told a friend or a family member or somebody that you think would enjoy the show about the show, please do it. It helps it grow. You can get B more subscribers, get her, all the money from that goes to her from her show. Hook up Sherri and Kym, tell people about this channel, have them subscribe, and keep supporting because you are amazing, and I know you've got some more amazing friends out there. So we're going to keep doing cool stuff. B's here every Tuesday. B, you got anything else before we go?
You remember this from Revenge of the Nerds when they was at the dance party?
I mean, you can't get through a Tighten Up Tuesday without a Revenge of the Nerds reference. I mean, why wouldn't we?
Remember they was over there with their mega moves and your boy got the dance and he said...
Oh my gosh. Somebody made a comment earlier and they were like, did you actually get into a fight over that, over the book of your sketches from your story from Comedy Central? Yes, that's true.
Yes.
It's very
That's
true.
a very true story. That place, the thing is they give you a word and you have to tell a true story based on the word. So that's why if you watch This Is Not Happening on Comedy Central on YouTube or just go to Comedy Central channel, everybody has like different words that they're given. So when their intro comes up, you see the word.
Yeah.
And my word was mom. So I told the story about my mom and one of the fights that we had. We've had plenty. But that was one of them.
Maybe we'll do a special story when you come here. We'll film it just for that. That'll be a 10-minute special that we'll do. There's some good Ask Chris Deasy in the comments. We'll get to those next week. B, you did a great job.
Let me hear at least one, and then I'll roll out.
At least one. Ms. Michelle, Ask Deasy, what is your favorite Black Christmas movie?
Oh, do you have a favorite Black? What is a Black Christmas movie?
I don't know. Faison Love is an elf.
Oh, that's great.
The Office is a TV show. That was like Daryl's in that. Oh, Sinbad's in Jingle All the Way. Does that count? I love Sinbad, by the way.
Now that you said, I have to think of a Black Christmas movie. I don't even know if I ever seen a Black Christmas movie.
We have some. Oh, Almost Christmas, The Best Man Holiday, The Preacher's Wife. No offense, but that doesn't really black, white. Nothing. I wouldn't watch a movie like any of those. I don't think those are like romantic. Those are like romantic movies, right?
I think it's the white blood in me. I never seen
the
any
white
of those.
blood.
I'm telling you, the only thing I watch on Christmas is A Christmas Story, the marathon on TNT.
Yeah,
I've been doing it since it's been coming on TNT.
My favorite holiday movie is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but that has nothing to do with black people.
Oh, one of my favorites is
Steve
Throw
Martin,
Mama
John
from.
Candy.
What about Throw Mama from the Train?
Was that a holiday? Was that just celebrating that she's gone?
That was my favorite movie.
Oh,
when I had to fight with my mama.
All right, let's get out of here. Great show, B.
Let's get out of here. Thank you, Chris. Good night,
bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Oh, I forgot to shout out Brenda Grayson. I want her to feature next week. The following week.
Oh, that's what it was. Sinbad is on the newest episode of Atlanta. If anybody's seen that, wild. Bye, everybody.
See you next week.